Ittle Dew 2 Plus. This is a Zelda-type game where it feels more like the gameplay freedom of Link Between Worlds, where you can tackle dungeons in any order you want. So if you're looking for another Zelda clone, which is quite charming at times, I think Ittle Dew. Oh, come on, that was some good wordplay. The story is that you wash up on a shore on your raft, and it breaks into pieces. So you have to go into 8 different dungeons to find 8 different pieces of a raft so you can leave the island. Is that incredibly stupid? Yeah. But I did appreciate that this game knows it's an incredibly stupid setup with this joke. It genuinely made me laugh, and it wouldn't be the last time this happened. In fact, there was quite a few times where I said, yeah, that was pretty clever. The title knows that it's stealing from Zelda pretty clearly, but it tries to put its own spin on the Zelda formula. It has hidden secrets everywhere on this map. Some of them you just need to look for special spots, and others you need to know the secret of the entrance. For example, you have to wait a few seconds on a piece of grass next to this lone barrel to access this hidden cave, or running around counterclockwise around this tree to break open a cave. You get clues to these secrets from the inhabitants of this island. I really appreciated the map in this game. It would show you the places that you've not fully explored, plus it put check marks by the ones you finished. You could also find treasure maps, which would circle on the map where the hidden caves were, but they never told you how to get in there, just that they were there. Inside the caves could be things that could help you on your adventure, or just a collectible. They were all optional, but they would give you an advantage on keeping you alive on your adventure. So you're going to really want to go for these optional items. You really couldn't get too lost in this title because the game points you in the direction you need to go. But if you decide not to follow their path, you're going to need to find the dungeons on your own. Speaking of the dungeons, I thought they were incredibly clever. They were just normally just room after room of puzzles. That's not the clever thing though. It's the layout of the dungeons themselves. For example, one of the early dungeons was just an art museum. It wasn't just some random cave, it was actually a place that you were walking through. It was a fun way of having variety in the places that you go. Sure, it was silly to have a big dungeon in the flooded basement of some guy's house, but it sure was amusing. They had a fun advantage to going out of order in the dungeons by giving you shortcuts through them. If you have the power up from a later dungeon on one of the earlier ones, you can take a different, quicker path to the main boss of the dungeon. It really gives you incentive to do them out of order so you can get a different route. Now, the one negative I think I had about this title was the controls. When I was using the projectile one, I never really had a good feel of where I was firing. It always felt like I was angled wrong, and it felt too loose. This is just a minor thing as the save system is very forgiving. In fact, it's so forgiving that if you die, keep everything you had on you before you died, and all the puzzles are still solved. Ittle Dew 2 was way better than I expected. It's incredibly charming and colorful. The controls were a little loose, and I think that adds to the difficulty, especially in the later parts of the game. I do think it's overpriced at $30 right now, so I would wait for it to go on sale. That's not to say this isn't a fun game, because it really is. But since it's only about 5 hours long, and double that if you want all the optional objectives, I would say just wait for it to come down $10. Well, that's my last review of the year. Up next is my top 10 worst Nintendo products that I reviewed this year. That could be anything, games, system, accessories. Thank you for watching my reviews this year, and I want to wish everyone a very happy holidays.